All right, good morning. It is really early. It is 6:14 by that clock, but that clock's slow. But it is, I don't know, 6:15, 6:16, something like that. My watch says it is 17 degrees out here, which is not near as cold as the rest of the country right now. But we are up early. Me and my trusty photographer Nathan are up early because today we got to go to prayer breakfast. Yay! Dunkin' Donuts, here we come. Let's go. Today is Friday, and on Friday one of the things we do is we have a special prayer breakfast that happens at Dunkin' Donuts. Don't really know exactly why I picked Dunkin' Donuts, but it's worked out pretty good. But after prayer breakfast, we take kids to school. Well, we ended up having so many students come that we're going to need to go to school that now we have to take the church bus. So we are on our way right now to pick up the church bus to go back to Dunkin' Donuts, which is the other way, to get ready for this morning. It's really cold today though, so I don't know if anybody's actually coming, but we will see. Let's go. Hey, we're here, we made it. We are at the Dunkin' Donuts, yay. This is my videographer, Nathan. He's really mad that there's all kinds of snow and ice here at Dunkin' Donuts. We don't know what happened, it's just here at Dunkin' Donuts. But anyway, let's go in, have some breakfast, tell a little bit about Jesus. All right, now the idea of this thing is that a bunch of kids get together. We have a chance to do a little devotion. A lot of times I just slipped on the ice. We'll do a devotion where the kids do it. This year I've been kind of leading most of them. But we'll do a little devotion and then have a chance to have some prayer. Just basically a chance for us to get together one more time and get ready for our day. So let's go to Dunkin' Donuts. So apparently what happened with this snow looking stuff is not snow, but rather that a water main broke. So anyway, here we are, here's our bus. We heading to school now. All right, this is Youth Pastor Life here. All right, here's the situation. I sent my son out to crank the bus because it's so cold and all the girls were like, oh, it's cold, go crank the bus. Yeah, you gotta go do that. So I was like, sure, no problem, go crank the bus. Didn't realize that he didn't realize that it wasn't cranked. So he went and turned the key on, which means that the little electric heater that's in the bus ran the bus down. That's right, we're supposed to go to school, can't be at school. All right. Savior has arrived. So prayer breakfast. Prayer breakfast is one of those things I gripe about a lot, but that I really like to do. It's just a neat chance to see students in a different way, hang out with them in a different way. It's kind of very informal, and I really love rolling up to the school in a church bus. It's just neat. It just leaves kind of a cool picture. It gives them an opportunity to tell their friends, hey, why am I here? Why am I doing this thing in the church bus? That whole 9 yards. Well, today that didn't work. The cool shot that I wanted is not happening because they are riding with a parent, and I am stuck here. Actually, I've got it cranked now, so I'm not really stuck here anymore, but that's the fun of being a youth pastor. Sometimes you got to call people for help, and that's what I did. I called a dad that was here and said, hey, come give us some jumper cables. Called a mom, and she took the kids to school. Luckily, we only had 5 today, and so they were all able to pile into the Explorer. They went to school, and now I'm sitting here waiting for the battery to charge back up so I can go to work. Today is Friday, and Friday means it's my getting other things done day. One of the things I have to do every Friday is sermon notes, get those ready for church on Sunday morning. I also have to get ready for Sunday night church. We're kicking back off for Sunday night church. We'll talk about that all in a little bit more. And this week we're doing a new series in Big Church for our sermon notes, and so I'm going to do a little bit of a photo shoot to kind of get ready for that. I looked for some of the images that I wanted to kind of be a background. I couldn't find what I wanted, and so I'm going to do a photo shoot for that. And then I got a couple other things. We've got a big event going on in February. I got to start planning and start making announcements for. We've got some other things like that I've kind of got to get done today. And so Friday is always kind of my get the rest of my list done day. Oh, and I've got to prep, and I got to teach Sunday school Sunday morning for one of my young adult classes. So a lot of stuff to do today. So you're going to come with me. All right, I think the bus is ready now. Let's go. It seems like finally we are done with all the craziness. I am in my office and ready to start my day. Today I have to make a graphics package for a new sermon series my pastor is doing called God's Positional System. It's GPS themed. I couldn't really find what I was looking for online, so I'm gonna do a photo shoot and take my own images and see how that works out. So we're up here in our little makeshift studio. Just stuff we've kind of collected over time for different projects that we've done. But one of the things I want to talk about is just kind of this tension between wanting to do things with excellence, wanting to do things that are right and look good, and balancing that with time. Just how much time you have, how much effort it actually takes, and doing things that are actually finding things that's most valuable. You know, I could spend several days and a lot of funds to get the exact right picture that I want, or I could spend a lot of time just kind of putting things together. But like, where's the balance there between excellence and just finding the right time and, you know, the ability to do things? And so I think I've kind of got a balance. We're gonna see how this works. We've got our Bible going on here. This is my makeshift table. If I get close enough, it might actually look like a table, I hope. So we're gonna see how it works. All right, let's see what we can do. All right, took a whole bunch of shots. Don't know if any of it's actually gonna work. We're gonna get back down to the computer and see if we can edit it and make it work. All right, back here in my office, getting my stuff edited up. See what we can do. No, not really. Everybody else, I'm back in my office. I mean, come on, really? Still trying to figure out how much I need to say, how much I don't need to say. But I'm back in my office. But I just realized that I actually have to take the camera off the tripod in order to get the card I need to take all those pictures. So sorry, you don't get to see that. It's now 10:19, which means that I have been working on this for about 2 hours now. I think I'm finally finished with the main artwork. At least I am finished enough that I can call it a stopping point. I had to go and change the main image just a few times, but I think now it's going to work the way I want it to work, and I can move forward and start making the rest of the sermon notes. It's now 12:32. I have finished the sermon notes. Actually, they turned out pretty good, and so you can check them out. Now I've got to spend a little bit of time and get announcement slides ready, and then go on and do the rest of the stuff I got to do for today. So I will keep working, and you guys can keep watching or turn off, whatever you want to do, really. It's fine. Right now, the camera is actually sitting on top of a Spider-Man head, so it's probably gonna fall. But if it doesn't, we'll make this thing so it looks like I'm working. You know what I'm saying? You know the whole 9 yards. That's how it's fun. All right, I finished everything I have to do on my computer here in the office, and now all that is in our server, and I will go to the Sanctuary computer and stick it on ProPresenter in there. Before I do that, though, I have to mark off that I've done things. It's one of my favorite things to do. I have notes, and I know it's a computer, and you know I can just delete them, but no, I like to mark them off and say that I've done them. But so I'm heading to the Sanctuary now, but Fridays are always just very interesting days for me. I haven't quite decided if they're good or they're bad. I guess they're both. I get to do a lot of busy work. Busy work's not the right word. I get to do a lot of like design work and computer work, things that just aren't thinking as much, which is good. I love to do that kind of stuff, and I love to be doing those ideas, and generally I get all that done in the morning, and then I go in the afternoon and get to write lessons, and today life got a little crazy, but Fridays are just different. I get to do a lot of different kind of work, and that's what I'm doing right now. All right, so it's now 3:11 in the afternoon. I've gotten a lot of stuff done today, actually. I've got all the sermon notes done for a new series. I've got the announcements done, and all of that is in the computer upstairs. I finished a Sunday night lesson. I did write a lot of that yesterday, kind of as I was picking kids up and waiting in line, a couple things, and came up with the ideas, but I've got that written and ready to go. I still got to come up with a Sunday school lesson. I don't normally teach Sunday school. Somebody asked me to teach this week, and so I've got to find that and get that ready, but pretty much I'm right on track of where I need to be today. Now, one of the things I have to do today is probably my least favorite thing as a youth pastor, and that is to come up with the business side. I got to spend a little time figuring out expenses and do an expense report and all that kind of stuff. It's just not fun, but it's one of those things that has to get done. The big thing is we had our winter overnight, which is our big overnight event. right before the new year, and we did it with another church, and they don't know how much they owe because I don't know how much they owe. So we got to figure all that out together and figure out what I spend, get those expenses together. And so I got to spend a little bit of time doing that. And that's pretty much it. And that's my day today. So it's like I said, today is one of those days where you hang out all day and you do a lot of computer work and you're doing a lot of stuff that's not super creative, you're not writing a whole lot of lessons, I guess is what I want to say. And so it's just a different kind of lesson that we've been doing today. But there we go. It's 4 o'clock, about 4:15 or so. I think I finished everything I can do here today. I've got a little bit of Sunday school material I've got to do, but I'm gonna take that home and do it. But I'm actually walking back over to the youth room to take a picture because I had this idea of posting on my blog, nailscars.com, just some sermon note stuff, and I need a picture of the youth room to be the header. So yeah, so sometimes I do things that make my days harder. I don't really know why. But anyway, that's where we are. So, bye.